perfect segue into TSN.ca's 10 under pressure going into the new NHL season.
Well, Drake's used to have to do every preseason show. 10 coaches on the hot seat. But they haven't played a game yet, and you're firing.
Poor Drags. Hey, like he'd have to go and see these coaches. Like, you put me on your list.
Yeah,
Daryl Sutter in trouble.
Yeah.
He's won 2 straight cups in L.A., but can he really, with an aging core, win a third?
Well, there's some Leaf content. I mean, Tavares is on it, which is understandable. You get that kind of ticket, hometown kid coming in, cup expectations.
Is Babcock on there?
Babcock is not, which is surprising because I think Babcock has more pressure than anybody else on the team in the organization.
Sure.
I didn't agree. I've heard a couple people say if this team underachieves this year, Babcock gets fired. I don't even think that's in the realm.
I actually asked Frank that question. I said, how come he wasn't on the list? He's like, well, with the contract, the team they have.
Yeah, but that said, an owner's on the list.
Dude, no kidding.
Tom Dundon in Carolina.
Well, just to pull it together there. That's
I understand it, but dude, if you think he doesn't have a contract, he owns the team.
Yeah.
So let's say they underperform. What is going to happen to the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes?
Yeah, no, I guess it's just his reputation, which is already
wannabe Mark Cuban
question. Yeah, is going to be if all his stuff fails, I suppose it'll be in tatters. But hey, those are the lists.
Well, there is some Oilers content.
That's a good clip. Hey, those are the lists. I'm James Duthie, and those are the lists.
Hot take artist.
Days of our lives.
The only team with 2 members in the top 10 is Edmonton. Todd McLellan and Cam Talbot. Who has more pressure on them?
Well, you want me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Career-wise, Cam Talbot, because he's going to be unrestricted. And what is he? Like, I think he's a really good goaltender that can be an elite goaltender, but had an off season last year, but was brilliant the year before. I think he should have been a Vezina finalist the year before when he played 73 games. So last year he left a lot of money on the table potentially as of an extension. Todd McLellan, if things aren't going well by Christmas, like they've changed the coaching staff around him, like it's him. So those are both earned.
I think there's a lot of pressure on the coach because last year was such a disaster. And when you come out and you have presser after presser where you're like, I don't know what the hell that was out there. That effort's unacceptable. There was, I don't know how many there was, but there was a lot of them.
If he were to get fired, let's say it goes south and he gets fired halfway through the season, is he still an automatic, if a job comes up, he's going to be one of the guys? You know how he was...
When does that allure go away?
That happens, right? Like when he left San Jose, he's going to get a job right away, as he did. And it seems like coaches have that for a couple of times. Like he could get fired again, and he'll still be a serious contender
for
whatever jobs come up.
Like he's a great coach, and he left Jersey, he left Florida. He's now in San Jose. Like he's one of those guys that'll just...
And he's probably done enough in San Jose now that he'll get... But some guys him and McLellan are 2 guys that were kind of been perceived as golden boys no matter what the records are with the teams. Would you say that's right? DeBoer?
Well, speaking of Talbot and McLellan, they're tied together. The better...
Well, if the goalie plays well, then the team does well.
Any coach will say you're as good as your goalie.
I talked to somebody the other day that said that if you look at Cam Talbot's just career save percentage, just career, if he had have played just his career average last year, save percentage, it was a difference of about 26 goals. So if you're looking at it like he would have given up 26 or around that number, less goals, that translates to
it's probably 7 wins or
potentially
something.
8 wins, 9 wins. You know? So I think he's a very good goaltender. I think their team will be much improved just because of they had some critical guys who played poorly last year, other than McDavid, who was brilliant, but they are tied.